Hey everybody, how's it going? Thanks for my friends over in the chat that are waiting around. I'm really late today. Normally I go live with my weekly goals at 1 o'clock, but I had to take care of my kidlets and feed them and all this good stuff. So it is 1:45. Thanks everybody for hanging out and coming over to watch the weekly goals. And the topic for the week, which is a toughie for me, is all about saying no and figuring out how to say no, but I'll get into that in a second. Let me say hello to some of my friends that have shown up today. Hello, Caroline and Julie and Silver Hair Stacker. Hi, Zahir and Chelsea. Hello. Next Level Now and Lorraine, Carmel, and Jessica. I'm so glad that you are here. And as you might have noticed, I've really been working on cleaning up and organizing in my workroom. So you can see some of the things behind me have gone up, so it's not so cluttered on my table, but now it's all cluttered on the wall. So it's cool. But also you can see a little bit more. Oh, hey, Jacob, that's your channel. Okay, cool. Hi, Jill and Lindsay. Hello. All right, so the topic today is, I did put, learning how to say no, okay? Because I started noticing myself getting really spread thin again. A couple weeks ago I was talking about how I'm like really feeling spread thin, and I've been cutting back on a lot of stuff, and I've really been trying to reorganize everything. But then this last week, even though I had a lot of the week to get some work done, I kept feeling like I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time. And yeah, so I started talking to my husband about what's been going on and how to say no. So I saw something in the chat, and then I'll come back to that. Hi, Michelle and Sam and Lorraine and Julie, Hyperpicker, and Carol's Gift Shop. Sorry if I missed you. As you can see, I'm struggling even to get to the topic because it's okay. I mentioned to Randy that I was going to talk about it today, and he told me that it maybe wasn't the best idea because it might come across wrong. And so I practiced the very first no and said no to him and said, no, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk about it. So here we go. And my lipstick is really red and it's bothering me. So we're just going to pretend like that it's not. How about that? Because I don't have anything to wipe it off with. Okay. I digress, but hey, it's me. All right. I'm really stalling to talk about this. It's something that, it's so hard, right? Because I have notes. Let me just focus on the notes, right? So when okay, so here's where I was trying to focus. So I focused on what are the things that I want to do, the things that I want to do, the things that I have to do. Generally, I focus on the things I want to do because laundry sorts itself out, and dishes and eating and all this stuff. That's what I have to do. The things I want to do, are be there for my kids and my family, spend time with my mom once a week, do my eBay, my Etsy, my, International League of Thrifters and jewelry lovers and sellers and merch and YouTube. And that already sounds like a ton, right? So those are all the things I really want to do. So I kept not having time, even if it's just a little bit of time to do these things, or this is the day for this and that's the day for that. But this last couple weeks, well, look at me struggle with this. Okay, I should have asked a friend to come on here to help me. But so as you may know, I've been doing a lot more with quilting with my mom and going to the quilt guild that we're both in. And this is one of the first areas where I was like, I had to say no. So they asked me, I've been in the guild for a few years, but I've only gone once or twice a year. So I'm not active at all. And so the last meeting I went to, a friend of mine's mom is in the guild, and she's in charge of getting the new officers for the guild. She was like, well, we've got these positions open, and do you want one of these, president, secretary? I just was like, I don't really think I can do that. I said, I'm really new. She's like, you've been in the guild for years. I'm like, no. So I was really good. I said no. I said, let me think about it. And then I went home, and a couple days later, another lady called me who is also in charge apparently of filling these new positions. And she was so sweet. And she was like, finally I was like, okay, what's the easiest one, right? The easiest one. So she tells me what the easiest one is. And I'm like, okay, I'll do it. I hang up the phone. I tell Randy, and he's like, no, you're not. Call her back, because when are you going to do this, Margaret? Like, first of all, they would meet like one Tuesday a month and one Monday a month. And so it was just like, he was like, you can't, first of all, kids have scouts on Tuesday. And what's your priority, right? So he was helping me prioritize there. Like, you really don't want to do this. You want to be there for scouts. I know this. So I called her back. Man, I ate humble pie and just called her back and said, look, I know I said yes, but I've slept on it and I've talked to my husband and it's just not going to be doable, right? I've got to say no. And it was so hard, right? Okay. So anyway, in my notes, Randy pointed all this out to me, but like, I don't want to say no. And I was like, okay, why do people not want to say no? Like, what are the reasons people don't want to say no, right? Okay, some people are in that. Okay, I'll say hey in a second. No. So like, not in this case, so in this case, I wanted to feel like I want to make the other person happy. And like, I want to make I want to belong to the group. I do. I want to be a member, and I want to be considered a, contributing member of this group that I'm in. So there's that. But then other times when you're like, why do you not want to say no? It's like, you don't want the other person to be mad at you, or like or maybe you really do, like in this situation that's coming up, I'll tell you about, like, you want to help, like you really sincerely want to help, but it gets to the point where it takes so much away from other things. So yeah. And then also, not in this scenario, like I was trying to play out all these scenarios of like, why is it so hard for me to say no? Like, and I don't want, another reason is like, I don't want the other person to feel like rejected or feel like I don't want to have anything to do with them, because it's not that. So anyway, okay, I'm going to get back to the next part, and I'm going to go say hey in the chat. Hey, 57 viewers, thanks for coming around. Hit that thumbs up button. So yeah, hi Jason and Julie. Oh, thank you. Julie says, you look in charge and ready to say no. I know, I had to make it. I feel silly when I do like clickbait, like pictures. I did one like last week, and I was like, ooh, it's kind of clickbaity. I look kind of mad, like, but I'm able to do it every once in a while. I don't do a lot of clickbait, but why not, right? It's kind of fun. It's bad. Hi, Kelly. Okay. Hey, Whitney. Hey, yes, Lorraine. Thank you. Smash the like button. And L. Smith. Hello, Colleen. I know I'm saying hi to people. Oh gosh, Jacob says, ain't nobody got time for executive position on the Quilting Guild. Come on, Margaret, that's a lot of meetings. This is true. It's true. Yeah, Whitney says it's hard to let other people down. You don't want to let other people down. There's that whole worrying about, what the other person's going to think. So yeah, absolutely, Kimberly. And Liz says, don't overextend yourself, Margaret. And I am the worst about it. I mean, even when I was teaching, I was really bad about just like taking on way too much. So I'm really trying to not. Okay. Kimberly says, social anxiety or something, when something has changed, when I'm not making sales, my nerves get hit. Yeah. Mom tells me not to worry, but I do. I like, yeah, don't worry. Right? I can just turn it. Oh, okay. Good idea. Let me just do that. Right? That always works. Hi, Kathy. Yeah. Saying no is hard. Kathy says, okay, I'm just checking out. Got to stop worrying about what other people think and take care of your self-work. Yes. Clear-eyed Sky. And there we go. Okay, so here we go. So the next part is a little more personal, when it comes to, sorry, my bra's poking out. When it comes to like my friends and followers and people that I'm helping. Okay, because when I started YouTube, my sincere goal is to help people, right? It's to share what I know and to help people with what I know. And trust me, I don't know it all. And if I don't know, like, I want to find out, I want to be helpful. And that was like the whole creation of the YouTube, right? And then, so like same thing with jewelry lovers and sellers and with International League of Thrifters, those groups, you know, were crafted with the purpose of helping everybody, you know, for free. So knowing that those things are set up, and that's why I did this. Hey, Angie, some things have come up where, again, my husband is pointing out to me, like, you're doing too much for people individually. You know, you're not telling people no. And I think, okay, so here's part of it. It feels weird to say, and this is where Randy was like, maybe you shouldn't, because I told him what I was going to talk about, and he said, maybe not, because it might come across wrong. Please, from the beginning, I want to say, I don't want this to come across wrong. But I get a lot of emails and messages and comments, which I love, right? I love interacting with everybody, and that's why I still to this day try to comment back to everybody that leaves me a comment on my videos, and I get a lot of messages and things too, which I really try to respond, even if it's just like, you know, thank you so much for whatever, right? I have to go back and see what they're saying in the chat, but I'll go back in a second. But the last couple of days, I had quite a few, and the other day I was sitting on the floor right over here trying to sort and organize in my room, and the next thing I know, I'm, you know, responding back to people that have messaged me, you know, about either they need help with this, that, or the other, like Etsy or their listing or their merch, or, you know, and I want to do it with like a happy heart, like I'm happy to do it. But then before I know it, it was over an hour and a half later, and Randy comes in and was just like, what happened? You've got nothing done. I was like, oh, well, so-and-so really needed help. And, you know, I really wanted to help so-and-so. And it was just like, all of a sudden, this hour and a half was just gone. He was like, Margaret, what are you doing? You know, you've got to take care of your stuff, you know? And so then we had a conversation about like, what do I, like, I'm not, we came to the decision, like, no, I'm not going to charge people for my time, like, to help them. But we had that conversation, like, well, your time, you know, you're taking time away from the kids and the family to work in here. And now it's not you're taking care of yourself, you're away from your family, taking care of other people's problems, you know? So it just really, blew up into that sort of situation. So most of the time, I'm just going to put it this way. Most of the time when people contact me, they're super duper duper nice. And I can either one say, you know, hey, you know, this is a really good question. Let me suggest that you go ask in the group, International League of Thrifters, you know, and then there's like almost 6,000 people that can help you, right? And I'm just one person. You'll get all of this perspective. So, and usually that's like pretty well received, okay? But I did get a message, and this almost falls into like Margaret reads mean tweets. It's not really mean, but I got this message from somebody who was just like, all caps, like, I need you to help me now. I'm sorry, I just yelled at you. I need you to help me now. I'm trying to do this, and I need your help now. And it was like caps, all caps. And I was just like, one, don't yell at me, first of all. Two, so then I was like, oh, you know what? This is a really good, you know, there's, again, like so many people in iLot, you know, go over to iLot and like ask them. And then the response I got was in all lowercase this time, just thanks. I was like, okay, you know, I guess it could have been worse, but I was just like, I guess they really wanted me to stop what I was doing, yell at me. I need you to help me right now. I don't know who you are, but no. You know, so it's just like, it sounds bad, maybe, I don't know. But again, it's like, I don't want to come across as mean. Like, of course I want to help you, but I just can't. No. No. And don't yell at me, right? Okay. Okay, so yeah, okay. Let me go check in the chat because there was a lot of conversations going, and yes, boundaries, boundaries. And this is what I was doing a search, you know, like, okay, why do I have trouble saying no, and what are the reasons that other people have trouble saying no, and Like, how do we get past it? So that part's coming. It's coming. How to get past it. Gotta stop worrying about, yeah, okay, read that already. Okay, go. I'm trying to not spend, I don't like to just sit here and, like, you can watch me read the chat, but yeah. Jason says I'm too old and ugly not to worry about what others think about me. Carol says, if you stretch yourself too thin and your family are the ones that, yeah, you and your families are the one that suffer. It's really hard, but you have to say no. Hello, Jenny. Yes. Automate it all. Jacob says, connect. Yes. Hey, Angie. Here we go. Hello, Darren. Oh, thank you. Okay, you can't help everyone, Lindsay says. All right, hand holder. That's right, Lindsay. So there are people that just really want that hand holder, you know. And then there are people who are very happy to be coaches, you know. And I don't think that's, I don't know. I don't feel like that's right for me, you know. So I'm not opposed to it, but I just, yeah. Yes, Julie says, I see the sign up made for you. So I got my sign up Julie made for me. This lady works from sun up to sundown is what that says. Yes. Okay. Take care of yourself, Claire says. Okay, Lindsay says, think about it this way. If you help each person individually and don't empower them to find out the answers on their own with their resources, you're not really doing them a favor. This is true. It's like teach a man to fish, right? So yeah. Boundaries. That's right, Jill. Rhonda says, I wouldn't do it for free. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Brief Eclipse says, thanks for sharing your knowledge. Source mugs and flat wrapping paper this week. Had my first sale on Etsy. Yay! Oh, I think I forgot to put the Etsy listing. There's like a Etsy 40 free listings. I'll pop it in later. So if you want to get set up on Etsy, there's a thing. Okay. There's always those people, Angie says. Caroline says, completely agree with that, Margaret. I don't think people understand how much time it takes to look over their listings and advise them or answer all the questions. It's just impossible. Right, exactly. You know, and that's why one of the reasons, oh, my other sign's falling. Okay. One of the reasons that the group is so great, because, you know, maybe somebody's on, they have a couple minutes, they see a post that they're like, oh, I can answer that. I know the answer to that, or I can help you with that. You know, so it doesn't always just have to be this one particular person. But then on the other hand, I really am happy to help. That's why I do this. So yeah, it's not your job, Vintage Maid said. Just say no. Whitney says, time to start ignoring people. Yes. Well, I have trouble, right? Because here's the thing. Generally, I answer back to everybody. Like if somebody emails me, they leave me a comment. I ran into a lady at Goodwill, and she was like, yeah, I emailed you one time. And this was like maybe a year ago. And I was like, really? What did I respond? You know, what happened? She's like, no, you never responded to me. I'm like, what? That's so not like me. I'm like, maybe it was the wrong email address. Because really, I try to respond to everybody. Yeah. Unless they're nasty mean, but yeah. Dewana says, everyone should know from your videos that you're not mean. I hope so. Lorraine says, I was told once that nobody appreciates anything for free. I do. I love free. Send me all your free stuff. I'll appreciate it, I promise. But you know, I get what you mean, though. I totally get what you mean, right? It's worth more if you feel like you're paying for it, and I totally get it. Sorry, I was making a joke. Was that mean? Okay. If you do everything for people, they will never learn to do it for themselves. Jason says, there goes my sign. I'll fix it later. Hey, Kim, we just started. It's okay. I just started like 15, 20 minutes ago. Don't be rude. Rule number 1, Michelle says. Exactly. Just don't do it anymore. Don't overthink it. Move on. Good. Let's see. Kelly says, wait, I could have been emailing you and letting you do all the research and work for me instead of figuring it out myself. Damn it. Oh, yeah, that's true. Kimberly says, my mom is proud of me doing the eBay Etsy business, and she knows how hard I work and wants me to be successful. Yes, good. If someone gets angry, Dewana says it's on them, not you. True. And Jacob, that's you, right? Next level now. I keep getting mixed up because it's not your name. Okay, outsource. We had the same problem. Got a house cleaner, food prep service. Food prep service sounds really nice, right? Can't spoon feed people. Okay. Let's see. Whitney says, Nicole had a good point. Some people were asking random eBay questions on her account. People need to understand you have your own job. And I do get people message me on eBay and Etsy sometimes. So, you know, It's not a big deal on Etsy because it's, but on eBay, I think you have to, they check, make sure you're responding to people, so it's so freeing to say no, Robin says. Yeah. My husband and family come first, Rhonda says. And Sandra says, my husband often stops me from answering questions on the group, especially when it stresses me too much. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Henry. Let's see. Kelly says, if you haven't asked questions in either of Margaret's Facebook pages, you must. You get an answer really quick. They're so helpful. Good. I'm so glad. Okay. Standard reply, Paula says, having family time will be available later. That's a good idea. I think the other night I did message to somebody like, I'm getting my kids to bed right now. Because I was trying to answer, I would answer just real fast, like a quick word or two. And then it just kept going. I was like, look, I'm trying to get my kids to bed right now. I can't keep responding, Anyway, yeah, okay. So I was looking at what's the website? It was called Life Hacker, and it was 9 practices to help you say no without feeling like a jerk. Because that's the thing too. I don't want to feel like I'm being a jerk to anybody because I don't know. I just don't. So the first one was saying no, know your no, know why you're saying no. Hey, Joni. So yeah, I mean, that seems pretty self-explanatory. Why am I saying no to this person? Well, they could find the answer somewhere else, or yeah, they could find the answer somewhere else. Or you just don't want to do it if it's in the case of the quilt guild thing, you don't want to be overextended. So yeah. 2, the second thing is to be appreciative. So thanks so much for reaching out to me, or thanks for the quilt guild, thanks for asking me. That's so nice of you. I know they're just looking for a warm body. I'm no fool. There's hundreds of ladies in that group, right? And then probably every other lady in the group already said no, and they're just trying to find a warm body to pop in there. But they'll say what they want. They'll say what, flatter you to get you to do. But be appreciative. So I would say to the ladies, thank you for thinking of me. Hang on, let me move this lamp. I just realized the light, the pull thing was in the other. Anyway. So, and then again, also when people reach out to me, for me to remember to be appreciative. And then all kind of off topic, but following along with that is that I'm going to start limiting my social media time because I'm on a lot. So this is just a goal. It's going to be really hard, but to be on for a certain amount of time in the morning, check in around lunchtime-ish, and then again in the evening. And then it'll force me to kind of slow down and not be constantly on answering questions or that sort of thing. So that's what I'm hoping will do. And then it'll force me to slow down to think about do I want to answer this person, or how am I going to answer this person? Yeah. And then the third thing on this website was say no to the request and not the person. So don't make it personal with telling the person, no, I'm not going to help you. You need to take care of it yourself, that kind of thing. But try to make it about oh, you know what, this thing you're asking me to do, this thing would be really good and really well received in the groups. Take this thing, not take you to the group, but take your request to the group, right? To make it not personal. Because I think about this and maybe I just I feel silly but really, truly, it's hard for me to say no, and I have to really break it down to make sure I don't want to offend people. Maybe I just need to not care, right? Fine. I don't have time for you. No, I can't do that, right? And then it says explain why you can't help them, but I don't necessarily think I need to do that necessarily. I mean, with the quilt guild lady, yeah, I would explain look, my boys have scouts that night and I just can't do it. But I think with the other type of requests, it's more I don't know. I mean, other than just saying, you could probably get a lot of really good answers from the group, So, okay, good, Jacob. Let me see in the chat real quick before I keep going, because there's a couple other good tips. Robin says, when at the end of your life, you won't wish you hadn't said no, you would have wanted to spend more time with family and friends. This is so true. Kelly says, people like us who work from home never really get any off work time. Yes, especially when you're YouTube famous like yourself. That's funny. Then who's doing my laundry today? Right? Oh man. Okay, it's me. That's why. Okay, never mind. L. Smith, you're the only people you're responsible for is yourself, your kids, your partner. Anybody else comes second to that. So true. And Jacob says, hook up you. Okay, I'll have to see this. Oh, I see. Okay. Hook up your eBay to Amazon FBA. This offloads your eBay fulfillment. Oh, I don't know if I can do that. I get too nervous about that. Kelly says, gotta bake cookies with the grandson. Have a great Sunday. Oh, yes. Yes, I will just say no. Okay, and Pat, I think most think you sit at the computer and anything you do for your online business, you have a magic genie who gets all the work done, and there's a lot going on behind the scenes. This is so true, right? Yep. And Joni says, I use social media, i.e. Facebook and the such, just before I get out of bed at night, and when I'm in bed, I'm on my phone during the day. I listen to YouTube videos when working. Good. And L. Smith says, I used to be just like you. No is a complete sentence, Joni says. No need to explain. Good. Okay, so then in the same article, the next thing that they suggested to help you say no is to be as resolute as they are pushy. So perhaps I should have responded back to the person that wrote me in all caps. I need your help now. I should have just responded back real big. No, like no. Yeah. Caroline says, it's a side effect of being a reselling YouTuber. People think they have a right to your time. Maybe that's so, right? Because I do help and I do want to help. But maybe you're right about that, where it's like, you said, you're helping, so here, help me, like keep helping me, right? Maybe that's true. And then 7 is establish a preemptive no. So like, is that what I'm doing here? Just in advance? No, I can't do that. But like, yeah, go check in the groups. I want to help, truly. And I get that there's some things that can't go into the group, like if it's merch related, and I don't know if the person's watching, but I'm not at all talking about you. So I did help somebody with merch and I was totally happy to do it, and I'm not talking about you, but I get if it's like something where you don't want people to take what you're doing, I get that. So that's kind of hard, because in that sense, like, yeah, I want to help because I am on fire to help people for merch. So that's hard, and that's, yeah, I don't know. So again, practice, prepare to be prepared to miss out. I guess that's like if you're saying no to other things, right? Hey, Purple Lily. And then gather your courage. So that's kind of, I think, what I'm doing here. Whitney says, copy and paste a generic answer, LOL. Check out these groups. That's a good idea. Just have it ready to go, like here. Myra says that, it jumped. That was, oh, you told me join the group. I did it and tell me. Okay, good. The Fab Mrs. E, I steer people asking me questions to a continuing ed center at our community college in our region. They offer free eBay, Amazon, Etsy classes. Nice. That's awesome. Caroline, oh, okay. Tell them to try the group first, and if you still need help, I will try to help. I'll let them know that you're going to help, Paula. I'll say, I'll try the group first, and then if you can't find the answer there, go contact Paula. Okay, so and then this is kind of like sort of on the topic, but not really. Like, so if you're in International League of Thrifters, hey Beth, or in any other group, right? I get messages and criticism, and I hear of it and not even in our group, but like talking about our group in another group, like about our daily posts, right? So it's just like, okay, everybody, the admins in our group, International League of Thrifters, we ain't getting paid. None of us, not a bit of it. None of us getting paid. We all have our own business we're running. We're all volunteering our time to help people in the group, right? And so we do different posts every day, and we have a Pinterest party every day. Well, sometimes a lot of us are moms, or we're human beings that like, not robots, that like you can get hurt and then suddenly like your life, everything changes and you can't do what people want you to do. So, but I've been hearing, and I get messages when the, like say Pinterest party doesn't go up when people think it should be up. It should be up, right? It's the Pinterest party, it should be up. You know, so when I get these messages, generally I'm like, okay, and then again, I have to say, you can't read tone through the messages, but when I get these messages, I'm like, okay, let me see what's going on, because it's not my day, you know, for whatever the day was for Pinterest party. So I find out what's going on. Well, maybe somebody's baby has been throwing up all night, and the last thing on their mind is putting up a Pinterest party post, you know, or somebody's broken their foot, you know, and it's just like, okay. So, I mean, I guess what I'm saying with that is kind of off topic, but be patient, like, no, like, and that's not just in our group, other groups too, like, be patient with people, because unless you're in a paid group, then you have every right to expect what you've paid for. But this is, you know, we're not a paid group. So yeah, just be patient and know that the people that are running the group are volunteering, and they have a business and they have a life and they have things going on behind the scenes sometimes that are unavoidable. So by all means, message and say, hey, just checking in, I didn't see the Pinterest post. That's fine. But to go to another group and complain about it, it's, yeah, you know, like, why? You're not, and then you're not thinking about the people that are putting their time and energy for free into helping, you know? Anyway, it's not exactly like saying no, but it's just like, come on, for people, like human beings that, you know, somebody's baby was throwing up for like 3 days and she forgot to put up the Pinterest party, so she got nailed to the board in another Facebook group, right? Because she forgot to put it up. Okay, whatever. Wait, and Jacob says, wait, you don't pay your Facebook group admins? What? I pay them in heart emojis and little face blowy kissy emojis like that. That's how they get paid. You do a good job, you get 5 emojis. Okay, so I hope that didn't sound snarky, but it really bothered me. You know, it really did. And so it did. We're people. We have human lives. Whitney says, if anyone has ever admin a Facebook group, we know you get some members who act like they paid a lot of money to be a member there. This is true. Yeah. Kathy agrees. And yeah, they have a business. You have a business. L. Smith, I'm thrilled to have met so many lovely resellers on YouTube and Facebook. It's a good community. Yes, it's true. Yeah, Purple Lily. They don't realize that the group could be closed tomorrow if we don't treat each other respectfully. That's right. I got the plug, and I can pull that baby. I'll pull it. No, I won't pull it. But seriously, it's like, anyway. Yeah, and then I think also, too, it's really easy to criticize if you've never been in somebody else's shoes. Like, I think I am going to start. I told you last time, I get a lot of like, kind of like mean tweets. Do you ever watch that mean tweets segment, like celebrities read mean tweets? Not that I'm a celebrity, but, and I was saying, I get a lot of like kind of mean comments. They're like, I'm going to start like I'm going to do it because Mom the eBayer did it. So I'm doing it. It's not her fault, but she did it. So I'm going to do it. Where I read like some of the comments that people leave, because serious, it's like, who does this? You know, like, if you've never been, and it's easy for somebody who's not been an admin or not been a content creator to criticize, right? Okay, fine. You got some criticism, get on up there and do it yourself, right? Take care of it. Make a video or go start a group and see how easy it is, and have all these people, like, not all these people, but we have a really great group. That sounded bad. We have a really great group. We do. But every now and then you get somebody who's, yeah, and say it to my face. Come on, you don't have to say it. You know I'm going to hear about it. Okay, you go talk about it in another group. You know somebody's going to come tell me. Okay, anyway, whatever. So I heard. I did. It's life. What do they say? Wait, you can't have a secret between 2 people or something like, oh, the only way you can have a secret between 2 people if one of them is dead. Not that I'm saying, I'm just saying, if you go talking about somebody in a group, it's going to get back to the person you're talking about, okay? Or the group you're talking about, or whatever. Anyway, Margaret, if you pull the plug, oh no, then you'll be sorry. Okay. Purple Lily. Okay, my real name is Lydia. Okay. All right, so I'll get off my soapbox there. How about that? Okay, so we're done with that. Let me take a drink. Boy, I really went off. Sorry. There I am. Sorry. Okay, so as far as business goes, now we're in the business portion. Hey, 71 viewers, go hit the thumbs up. Oh, we got 2 thumbs down. It's cool. It's cool. Sorry if I was talking about you. I didn't name your name. I could have, but I didn't. Just saying. That sounded really snarky. Ignore them, move on with your day. Haters are that way with everyone they meet. Remember, you're great. Thank you. You need to vent sometimes, Lydia says. True, 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 true. Okay. All right. So as far as business stuff goes, so sales, again, still slow. The last few weeks, I haven't been listing still, but on a positive note, I will be soon this week. I've been taking some more pictures, so I'm ready to get some good listings up. The last few weeks, I've had some really amazing sales, even though I haven't been listing. And so some of those big ticket item sales really saved my bacon as far as that goes. But this week I haven't had a lot, but I'm still doing my weekly sales update, so you can see, like, here's the real deal. This is what it looks like. So we'll see. Okay. And I'm pretty much done organizing in my workroom, so I've got to get back with Jeff. What's today? How many days? Okay, there's only 2 more days into February, and I did it. So I'm gonna make a video finishing it off, because I took some video along the way, so I'll have a nice long video for you to watch. No, just a video with clips of my process in organizing the room. So it's done, and it's gonna make listing and storing things so much easier. So I'm really, really excited about that. In my house, it's going okay as far as organizing my house stuff too. In the chat, Kathy says, I noticed that people who have YouTube or Facebook page there's too many complainers. Yeah, haters gonna hate. What you selling? Hi, Margaret. Read the chat and never the comments. I do read the comments. I do. Colleen says, deep breath. Kathy says, you don't have to say sorry when it comes to the truth. Angie says, why did you say all that? Margaret got you. It's true. I got you. I know it's you. Hey, Nellie. Angie she said, it wasn't me. And Elle Smith says, I'm thrilled you kept my name out of this, Margaret. So many store, y'all turning into Canadians. I'm not turning into a, sorry. Okay. No, we're not turning into Canadians. All right, scrolling. Nellie says, be satisfied with what you have done. There's always another day ahead. Yes. Okay, now they're going back and forth, pointing fingers at who it was. No. Nevada says, hi, Margaret. Use that photo of your hands up saying no on Twitter as an auto response to these people. No, just no, right? Julie says, you inspired me to attack my wall of boxes. Never can have too many boxes to ship items in. I did. I gutted that closet. So that'll be part of the video I share. Can't wait to see what's my group on Facebook, the Gambler says. Why? Who wants to know? No, it's International League of Thrifters, and then there's another one that I run called Jewelry Lovers and Sellers, and we have almost 1,000 members in Jewelry Lovers and Sellers. I'm blown away, and every day I go in there and just see amazing things, and like I learn so much, right? It's awesome. Let's see. Always be listing. Yes, this is true. Hey, Bonnie. Oh, okay. Carol says, I like how you hung the ladder on the wall behind you. Isn't it cool? I got that so I can put some of my little doodads up there. Yeah. Okay, so now, okay, in the International League of Thrifters, frequently we call it ILOT because it's a mouthful. So we're talking about some things, the admins, that is, about going forward with, we do a weekly challenge. Usually it's a listing challenge, but we started noticing the participation kind of slipping. And I think the last one I did was an organization challenge, just try to mix it up. So we're talking about some different challenges going forward where it's not just like a numbers, like let's list 50 items. Let's list such and such items, you know. Thank you, Jacob. Take a breath. I know I get going. Okay. So we've been talking about some really good ideas going forward, and I'll drop in a few of them here. But if you have any suggestions, I would love to hear them, because then I can add them to the list. We're always looking for more suggestions. So one of the things that we were talking about possibly doing is doing a review my store challenge, or like a store swap, like two people, not swapping their stores, but like two people saying, here's my store, go take a look at my store, give me tips. Or having people, like we have a member spotlight where we talk about, you know, a member gets to talk about themselves, where we do like a store spotlight. You know, here's my store, but you have to have a thick skin, you know. But you know, the people in the group are always really nice. Nobody says things in a mean way generally, but like, here's my store, this is what I'm having trouble with, could you go look at my store group and give me tips? So we could talk about doing something like that, which I think would be really cool. I'm down for it, you know. And then there's a few other ideas for challenges. So I think it'd be really, really cool. So again, if you have any ideas for challenges that you'd like to see, let us know for sure. And I talked about jewelry lovers and sellers. And again, I've been really happy to see so many friends getting their rooms cleaned out. Maybe I ought to pop that organization challenge up one more time so people can share, because we're at the end of the month. So yeah, sounds good about the store. Kathy says, hey, Thrifted Living, how are you? And let's see. And yeah. So I've already talked about the sorting of the room is pretty much done. Okay, so YouTube this week. Thanks, Elle Smith. YouTube this week. So tomorrow's the sales update. Oh, Sophia. Okay, I have my notes to say, okay, remember 6 months ago, I did this video on this bracelet and these charms that I got, and I did a giveaway, a review and a giveaway from Sophia. So they contacted me again to do another review, and I said, okay, I'll do it, but I want to do another giveaway because that was a lot of fun, right? And it's really nice. It's like Pandora. So it's sterling silver, and then the little charms, you know, little crystals, and they're enamel. They're really cute. That one's got a picture of my boys. It's upside down. So Tuesday, I'm going to do that, but I'm going to be giving away 2 bracelets. So they sent me one for me, and then one for the giveaway, and then the charms, right? So, but I already have the bracelet. So I thought, okay, here's what I'll do. I'll put the charms on this bracelet, and that way I'll have 2 bracelets to give away instead of just one, right? So I'm really excited about that. So if you tell your friends, come watch, come subscribe, so they'll get notified, because yeah, it's really awesome. So, and with that, like, I really only chose one charm to give away. So either I'll pick one of the charms that I got for myself, or I know I've got some like Pandora glass, like Murano glass bead charms that I could do instead. But I guess we'll talk about that after. We'll see who wins and what they want. But I'm excited about that. When they contact me again, I was really, really excited to do it. And then Wednesday we have merch talk. And if you guys have any ideas, sometimes I feel like we talk about the same stuff all the time, even though I get really good responses from people about it. If you have any questions or things that you would like tackled about merch or any kind of print on demand, let me know. Leave a comment down below, or leave a comment in the chat right now, and I'll grab it, because we're always looking for relevant questions that people could use answers to. So let me know. If not, we'll be there anyway talking about, we'll figure it out, right? And then Thursday, I'll probably be doing a jewelry, like how I'm listing this jewelry kind of video. And then this coming weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm going to be gone to a quilt retreat with my mom. So I won't be doing live, Sunday. I won't have my live video like normal. So I'll be there. But I have some ride-alongs that I'm going to edit out to have ready to go up. And then Randy and I attempted a dumpster dive video. So it was sort of a dumpster dive fail, but I may try. He keeps asking, did you put that up yet? I'm like, I can't decide if I'm going to put it up, but I guess I'm going to try to put it up. We'll see. And that's pretty much it on my list. Yes, Angie says quality mom time. This is true. Yes. It's like we're going to this, like, it's a place that does like church retreats, but it's, yeah, so it's like on these little dormitories, and but it's all quilting and sewing and food. So it'll be good. It'll be good. Thanks, Beth. Okay. Hey, Hillbilly Pearl. Pearl loves Pearl. Okay, awesome. Okay, so cool. So make sure you guys, we have 68 viewers now. Hit that thumbs up button. We have 47 thumbs up. Excellent. And I will be around. I'm on Facebook at Texas Gal Treasures. I'm on Instagram, Texas Gal Treasures, and Twitter now too. I'm trying to get all my social medias going, but stop wobbling you, sorry. But also not as often, so I'll be around. All right, so thanks again so much, everybody, and I will talk to you guys later. Have a great day. Bye.